Okay, folks, look, we gonna do it this way. You know what I mean? We try to like really try to break the monotony of making them same old, what is that? The same old 10 recipes that we probably like grew up with, like the spaghettis, the meatloaf and all of that. We trying to expand our repertoire, right? So listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna hold this up right here. This box right here says linguine, right? So we finna do a chicken linguine. I don't know how I'm gonna title it because it could be chicken fettuccine. It's all the same. I could call it really a chicken spaghetti. It really goes by what noodles you use, but everything else is the same. With that being said, I'm not finna over talk it no more than I have. Let's go ahead and go over these ingredients. Let's start to cook. All right, so we finna go over the ingredients, but right now I got a high flame underneath my water. I'm gonna give this just a couple of pinches of salt. We're gonna go ahead and let this come to a boil. I'm gonna stir this up, make sure my kosher salt is, completely mixed. Once I, get it up to a boil, that's when I add my pasta noodles, right? Now, if you guys come over here and take a look, I'm not gonna go over all of these. I always put them on my website, smokinandgrillin.ab.com, and that's WITAB.com, right? So you can see I got a few things right here. This right here is gonna be a lot. This is like a flavored level up, right? So we're gonna be using a smoked sausage, right? We got salt, and then we got fresh cracked black, and then they're gonna be the star is, because we gotta make that, the creamy sauce that we're gonna come up with, and we're gonna use Parmesan. Right now, with that being said, you guys can use any type of chicken that you would like. So right here, I'm gonna be using breast, right? Now I'm gonna show you how to prepare your breast, because we're gonna go ahead and pan sear these too. So let me get this open, let me get these clean, pat them dry, and I'm gonna show you how we move on to that. Oh, and I will tell you this, you can use chicken thighs if you would like. It's totally up to you. All right, so what I'm getting ready to do is get set up to go ahead, and what we wanna do is even out, our chicken, right? So, but before we get to that, I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of this butter, drop this in here, we're gonna start letting this melt. I got a little flame under here. Oh man, that was super low. Okay, there we go. I got the flame up, now we're gonna melt this butter. And even before I go ahead and start to flatten, I'll just set this over here. I'm gonna bring this, I'm gonna get my knife, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that down. All right, we're gonna cut this into slices. You guys can cut this, there's no certain way you can cut them, that you have to cut them. All right, so I've transferred everything over here to the stove so I can use my cooktop, right? And you guys already saw that I put, butter in there. That's completely melted. We just cut down our sausage. I got this, per the instructions on the box, it says that I need to have it in there, for 10 minutes for it to be al dente, right? So now, this is melted. Nice, now we're gonna go ahead and add our sausage, our smoked sausage to it. Okay, so look, what I did was, which I should have said, look, I just like to brown them a little bit, but I can see the flavor inside of my skillet, right? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I can see the butter that started turning a different color. That's from the smoke, the turkey. Excuse me, that's from the smoked sausage that we're using, right? So I flip these over. I'm looking at them. I don't want to get them too dark. I do care about like my presentation, but I will be honest with you, the darker they are, the better they taste, folks. So look, I'm just gonna take this. And matter of fact, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut these off. I'm gonna cut my pan off. Just let it try to cool just a little bit, right? So we'll just take these out. You can see just how good this is. Now, for those of you guys who have been following me, know that I usually use, what is that? I usually use chicken andouille. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to show that there's other meats out there. A lot of people ask me, and then if you can't get it, I'm constantly saying you can use any old type of, use your favorite smoked, sausage link or whatever you would like to get. And now you should be able to see inside this pan, if you look at that color, that's what we was looking for. And that right there on there, ooh, my goodness. All right, so now you saw that I turned off my skillet. I let that cool down a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my skillet back on. I'm gonna make sure I got it on low because we're gonna need some of that heat. Then I'll make my adjustment, right? So what I did was put a piece of parchment paper. I usually use like some Saran wrap, but I can never remember, seem to remember to get some, right? So let me explain to you what I'm doing right now. This is the chicken breast, so when you look at it, it's thinner on this side than it is on this side, right? So what we want to do is to get it all the same size. That way, when I put it in here and we pan fry it, it'll go ahead and cook evenly, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot, right? I don't even need to come over here on this side. This kind of like tenderizes it also. All right, let's put this up. And looking at it, I can just feel it. I tell you, it might need another whack right here. And we'll call that even. Now we got the same size, right? So this way, when we cook it, it'll all be ready on that side and flip it over. Now let me go ahead, check my skillet. Now, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna actually start on the top side, right? So let's go ahead and let's just make sure we move this around, bring some of that flavor towards the center, right? That butter flavor. Now we just go ahead and add this just like this. And look, I'm not finna bother it. We're gonna leave it alone. Because listen, once it's ready to be flipped, you'll know because I'll be able to touch that, move it a little bit, and it won't be sticking to the bottom, right? So looking at my my fire down here on the bottom, I got a medium flame. We leave it alone. Now, here's the thing we're gonna do. Let me go ahead and change my gloves. Let me get cleaned up because we're gonna go ahead and add a little, salt and pepper to this side. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the bottom of it, right? It depends on your thickness when this gets done, but I can see, if you guys can see, just like when you're cooking a salmon, you see how it's starting to rise up? That's the heat starting to cook it from the inside. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and let me show you what I meant when I said it'll release itself. If I do, you see that right there? No sticking. So that means when I lift this up, oh, look at that right there, folks. That's him. Right? Now, we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other side. Now, a lot of times I do a lot of seasoning, but in this particular dish, we're gonna go ahead and level up our sauce, right? That's gonna do it. It's gonna have the cheese in it. So we don't want to overpower it or nothing like that. We want this to be nice, refreshing, and good, right? So press crack black. We just let that stay on the top, let it work. I'm gonna put my splatter guard back on the top. I'm gonna check my fire down here. I am super low. And we're gonna let it go. It's just a low, it's not super low. It's just a low flame underneath the bottom. And then when this is done, we're gonna take this off. And the way we're gonna know it's done is, you gotta get yourself one of these, folks. You don't have to. I know my grandma didn't cook with that. Some of you guys don't cook with it either, but I got a meat thermometer. This is the chicken, right? I wanna make sure I got 165. That's it. 162 is a good time to take it off because it's gonna rise about 5 degrees anyway. So it'll get you right there, you know what I mean? But those of you guys that don't trust that, go ahead, go to 165 and then take it off immediately. Then we're gonna let it rest, right? So it can, relax, and then it'll tighten up again and redistribute the juices that's in. I'll put it all on the same plate, but just giving you guys some gems, let you know how it works. So that's done. We'll wait a minute. And then I think the next thing we're gonna do is, after this come off, we're just gonna go ahead and make the sauce. This is a super easy thing to make. You know what I mean? That's why I'm making this, so you guys can know it's summertime. We wanna get out there in the street anyway. You know what I mean? If we gonna be running the street, we got kids, brothers, sisters, and all that. Go ahead and make this for them. They don't suffer on the meal or nothing like that. And by the way, I apologize, folks. Once you go ahead and you finish making your pasta noodles, always save, make it best practices to 100% always save some pasta water. That's it right here, I got a cup. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just add the rest of our butter, right? So you wanna get this, melted. I turn my fire off because I wanna have like a low heat under here. So I want everything to kind of like cool off, right? So after I see that it stopped doing this, it had already started cooling anyway, you know what I mean? But I could just tell the way it's melting that it is starting to cool, nice. Put this in my sink. Now I'm getting ready to, I've already loaded up my, my garlic press, and now is the time that we're gonna go ahead. This is another reason why I like to go ahead and turn my fire down, right? Because I don't want to, burn my garlic. You just want to let it, be nice and hot until it infuse with the butter. All right, so we add some more, right? So that was just 3 garlic cloves. Don't forget, you guys, on my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com, for the full recipe, right? So now I just move this around like this. There's still enough residual heat in here to go ahead and let it do its thing, right? So there we go. Okay, now you want to bring in your flour, and then we want to put a little flame underneath the bottom. So what I'm doing is now I'm making sure that my flour has plenty of butter and garlic on it, right? What we want to do now is like cook that out. And that butter picks up a lot of what it does is it picks up a lot of the fine that's inside of there too. So you see the little dark color to it? That's what that's about. Just picked up that fine. This is the flavor, all right? Look at that. And mostly you had that right here. You know why? Because I put seasoning on that chicken, and it kind of like just cooks it into the bottom. But if I had any veggies, put that in here, this would be smooth as a baby. Now I can see right there, what we want to do is we just want to, I guess, just keep moving this around. I'm gonna exchange my spatula, for a whisk. There we go. And what we're doing is cooking that flour taste out. All right. So after about like a minute and a half, right, on low, I'll start to add, check this out, I do my milk first. Remember, I changed everything. I'm using the whisk now. Now as this warms up, you'll notice it won't be so separated, right? It just works itself into the to the milk. All right, and then look at it right there. You can see it starts to try to thicken up on its own, you know what I mean? But I just keep stirring it or whisking it, right? And we just keep working this in here. Now as this warms up, I start adding my Cajun seasoning to it. Now you just want to incorporate all of this, and then we're gonna cook it down. We're still on a low heat, so we let it take its time. If you guys gonna stand over it, you can add a little bit more heat to it, like a medium low, as long as you constantly stir, right? Now while that's thickening up, right, now we just want to go ahead and grate, right? So take your Parmesan, you know, remember folks, if you can, grate your own cheese. It melts better, no waxy film, no residue in your sauce, none of that, all right? So just go ahead and do this. Just like this, if you can, right? You're only gonna need about a cup of this, right? But then I come over here, you wanna make sure you don't want nothing to get too thick on you, right? There we go, look at that, that's about ready. I'm almost ready to turn this off. By the time I get me a cup of shredded Parmesan, I'm gonna turn this off and we let the residual heat just melt the cheese. Look at that right there. I'm gonna leave that there because I'll be right back with it. All right, so now I just turned my fire off. And now what I'm gonna do is just start adding some, right? I just sprinkle it in, and it's all about the whisk action. Remember, turn that fire off, right? See, it kind of like just dissolves instantly. All right, so once you can see it's cheesy, right? The key is, like in the past, I made videos, I put a lot of cheese in there, it's getting hard to work with. You know what I mean? Oh, let me say this right now. Don't forget, folks, got that pasta water that comes into play right now. You know what I mean? So we got it. We don't have no fire underneath the bottom of it or nothing like that. So now, let's go ahead and do this. I kind of like this, fluff it, separate it. You know what I mean? Then you'll feel it get nice and soft again. Look how it falls now, right? Oh yeah. All right, so now we just go ahead and add a little bit. I'm gonna actually fold in, right? So let's go ahead and exchange this. My whisk, I don't need that no more. We'll bring this here. And just to show you guys, give you guys a clue of how it is, right? Because we called it cheesy, but we want it all to be like this, right? And the pasta water is gonna help it stick, you know, to the pasta, folks, right? So we just add some. It's really not that much to be doing it all, you know, separately, like little increments. We can get it all in here, but I just want to show you guys, right? So when I say fold, I mean, just bring it over here back and forth. Got some nice cheese on here too. Yepper. Now, if we're gonna talk about the presentation and all of that, listen to this. You remember we had the sausage. I'm gonna add some of this, but I'm gonna put some on the top just for decoration, you know what I mean? So you can see, look at the color. The thing is, when you put it in here, it doesn't look the same. You know, I gotta take pictures. I had to get y'all here some kind of way, right? So actually I'm finna change this out and we finna go back with a pair of tongs. And so now that I got my tongs, you know, I'm gonna actually put just a couple more in here, but I still like to save some, right? And because they get coated, you know, with our sauce, right? It just loses that rich color that it has where you can just see all of the flavor. But you guys are getting the gist of it. Now, if it gets too thick, that's when we start introducing, you know, our pasta water to it. That loosens everything up. But look at that right there. We don't really have no problem with no noodles being covered or nothing like that. Only thing you really have to do is to put this on a plate or however we're gonna do it, right? Hit it with a little parsley, give it a little bit of that decoration, you know what I mean? A little bit of that green, make it pop even more. Take some pictures. And then, ooh, I can't wait to eat some. Okay, folks, so look, I went ahead, put this right here in the middle just so I could take the pictures. That's probably why you guys are here looking at this video. You know what I'm saying? But look, you can cut this down, give people a couple of slices, they can put it on there because there's plenty of meat, right? We got smoked sausage, the chicken, you can see that. Ooh, look at that right there. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just go in here and get me a little bit of this. I done already tasted it, folks, so ain't no need me faking or nothing like that. It's already fire. So listen, if you guys are looking for something weeknight, anytime, I'm just gonna say that, anytime, right? And I can't do that without no meat, folks. So we put that on there and use that as a stop. But you guys can see this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this down, y'all. Cheers. Ooh, that right there done right. Super creamy. In all actuality, I didn't even have to use none of the pasta sauce, but I didn't use as much noodles as it says to use, you know what I mean? Because I'm just making this, I just need this to last for like tonight and tomorrow, right? So, this right here will get me through that. Again, if you got more, if you follow the instructions, you're gonna need just a little bit of this just to thin it out so that it doesn't get so thick, and you wanna still keep it where it's nice and creamy. Now, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this. Anything else I could have added to this to make it, something different. We looking for like level up, folks. Now, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this in my budget-friendly playlist, you guys. You guys got to go to my page, smokinandgrillinwithab.com, or you guys can look at it on YouTube, Smokin and Grillin. On YouTube, right? If you look, I got a playlist set there. I'll move it up towards the top. It's gonna say budget-friendly, right? That's where you guys want to look. I got so many recipes right there that keep, friendly on your pocketbook, and this would be one of them. This would be just like the latest one. Now, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Ain't no need for me to pick this up and go sit down. I'm gonna go ahead and pack this up because I'm about to go home, y'all. I'm out. Peace.